Your person is trying to confess something but is afraid of losing you. They've been keeping a powerful truth from you since the beginning. The angels have seen their tears. Archangel Michael says, there is a hidden story buried in the heart of someone who loves you deeply. They have crafted their silence like a wall, thick enough to contain a truth they thought you were never ready for. But now, heaven is pulling that wall apart piece by piece, and soon, you will witness what has been trembling behind it. This person didn't plan to deceive you. They wanted to protect your peace, but what they forgot is that love cannot grow strong in the shadow of secrets. Their greatest fear is not what you'll say, it's what you'll feel when the whole truth is finally laid before you. There's a divine timeline at work, and your moment of understanding is drawing closer. For months, the angels have watched your person cry silently, battling their guilt. They've pleaded in prayer, asking for just one more day to prepare themselves for the conversation that could change everything. Archangel Michael says, the person you trust is being spiritually shaken. The weight of their unspoken truth is eating them alive from the inside. And though you might have sensed something wasn't quite right, you've never imagined the depth of what's being hidden. At night, when you think they're asleep, their spirit is reaching out, calling for mercy. They replay moments in their mind that they wish they could relive differently. This isn't about betrayal, it's about a wound that's older than your relationship. Your person wasn't just hiding something from you, they've been hiding it from themselves. This secret began long before they met you, but they carried it into your story, hoping they could outrun it. Now it's caught up with them, and it's about to crash into your world. In the early days, they believed they could handle it alone. But love makes you vulnerable, and loving you made them realize how unprepared they were for honesty. They feared that if you knew the full story, you'd walk away and never look back. Comment if your heart has ever sensed this silent weight. This isn't about them not loving you, it's about how much they do. It's why they hesitate, it's why they cry when they think no one is watching, it's why their words fall short when you ask simple questions. Love gave them courage, but fear chained that courage down. Even the angels have whispered in their ears, nudging them gently toward confession. But confession means change, and change can be terrifying. They want to stay in your light, but their shadow has become too long to ignore. They've even started writing a message to you, more than once. They type and delete, cry and retreat, pray and collapse, and the truth remains stuck between their fingers like a curse. The pain they carry is not yours to bear, but they need you to hear it anyway. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Sometimes, the angels say, a person hides something not to deceive, but because they don't know how to speak it without breaking apart. This is what has happened to your person. Their silence isn't distance, it's despair. Archangel Michael says, you are stronger than they realize, and the time of reckoning has begun. The spiritual realm has already opened the gates, and truth is being commanded forward. Nothing hidden can remain unseen under this divine light. If your person could speak without trembling, they would tell you it's not about another person, another lover, or anything that disrespects your bond. What they're hiding is rooted in fear, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of judgment, but not fear of you. Their soul has been in conflict since they first looked into your eyes. That moment awakened something they didn't know how to name. It wasn't just attraction, it was recognition, and that kind of encounter changes the entire structure of a person's soul. They have been haunted by something they did or failed to do. They're afraid it will make you question everything you've built together. That's why they haven't told you yet. They think one truth will undo years of love. But what they forget is this: angels don't protect illusions. They protect real love. And real love doesn't collapse from one storm, it evolves through it. Heaven is preparing your heart. Even now, there are spiritual downloads happening in your dreams, preparing you for the truth you didn't ask for but must receive. Not to hurt you, but to liberate you. Type Amen to get blessing 747. This person is walking a tightrope between silence and exposure. Their soul is screaming to speak, but their human fear is suffocating that voice. It's their moods change, why they distance themselves, and why they sometimes seem lost even when standing beside you. They've been warned by divine signs. Birds flying too low, dreams that wake them up sweating, sudden flashes of your eyes in their mind when they lie. Spirit is cornering them until they can no longer run. They know the time is now or never, but still, they tremble. They don't fear your voice, they fear your silence after hearing what they've held back. There's an agreement unfolding in the spirit realm. Your ancestors have stepped in to assist. They are watching over you, preparing your energy for what is to come, not to destroy you, but to give you the full light of awareness. What your person fears will break you is actually what will finally complete your healing. It's the missing puzzle piece, the final page in a book that's been left open for far too long. Once you know, everything else will begin to align. The truth they've hidden may shock you, but beneath it, you will see the real reason they love you with such intensity. It's because they've never known someone who would even deserve the truth. Until you. Their past carries shadows, but your presence has been the brightest light they've ever encountered. They are learning, slowly and painfully, that light cannot coexist with silence for too long. And now, that silence is cracking. Type Amen to get blessing 222. If you listen closely during the next few nights, you may feel the vibration in your chest when they think about opening up. You might even dream of a letter or hear them mutter in their sleep. That is spirit pushing their confession closer to the surface. They are writing down what they can't say aloud. Somewhere in their home, hidden in a drawer or journal, are scribbled pieces of the truth they want you to one day find. This is their backup plan. If they can't speak it, they'll leave a trail. But that is not how heaven wants it to happen. The divine prefers face-to-face, heart-to-heart revelations. That is why the pressure is increasing. You may have already noticed it, their size, their sudden distance, or the way they hold you tighter than usual. There's a countdown happening in the spiritual realm. You may not see the clock, but it's ticking. And when the final moment comes, you will hear it, not in words, but in a vibration that pierces the air between you. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be afraid of the truth. It comes to release you, not ruin you. It comes to shift what was meant to remain half-grown into something rooted and divine." Type Amen to get blessing 999. This secret your person carries, it's attached to shame. But it's not the kind of shame that comes from evil. It's the shame of being human, of making a choice long ago that they now regret. And they've never forgiven themselves for it. You have the right to be angry, shocked, even disappointed. But Spirit wants you to know, your reaction will determine what happens next. The power is shifting into your hands. Their tears have not gone unnoticed. Every time they've broken down while thinking about you, the angels have documented those tears in heaven's record. And heaven rewards the honest, even when honesty comes late. Comment if you feel this in your chest. Your person's breaking point is near. You may witness it through a sudden collapse, a confession that bursts out like a storm, or even a quiet sentence that leaves you breathless. Be ready, it won't come dressed in drama. It will arrive quietly but carry a roar. You are protected in this. Whatever the truth is, it will not crush your destiny. Instead, it will awaken you into a new chapter where love finally stops hiding. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. When this moment comes, listen not just with your ears but with your energy. You will feel the tremble in their voice, the ache in their spirit, and the unspoken apology they've rehearsed 100 times in the mirror. They are not perfect, but neither are you called to perfection. They are called to truth. And now, that calling cannot be delayed. There is divine movement in the background of your life, shifting timelines, rearranging energies. What seemed delayed will accelerate. What was blocked will open. Your person may appear more emotional than usual, more withdrawn or even more affectionate in random waves. This is their spirit battling with the armor they've worn for too long. It's cracking, and the light is pushing through. You may feel confused at first. You might question why this is happening now. But the answer is this: heaven knows you're ready, even if your heart still doubts. Archangel Michael says, the truth is the final test before divine union. Without it, you remain in illusion. With it, you awaken to an unshakable foundation. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. There's a reason why your connection with this person feels spiritual. It's because it is. Your souls agreed to this meeting before this lifetime even began. You were meant to be their mirror, their healer, their revelation. But revelations don't come easily. They shake the ground. And now, the ground beneath your connection is beginning to shift. The clock isn't just ticking for them, it's ticking for you. When they speak, the universe will pause to watch your response. Angels will hold their breath, waiting to see whether you embrace or retreat. Your response will become the seed of the next season in your life. They want to tell you, I've carried this for so long. But instead, it may sound like, there's something I should have said a long time ago. Their lips will tremble, and your silence in that moment will feel louder than any scream. But you were born for this. You've been chosen to be the receiver of what they've hidden, not to punish them, but to free both of you from this spiritual limbo. Type Amen to get blessing 585. They dream of a future with you, but those dreams are foggy because this secret clouds everything. That's why their plans with you have felt uncertain, delayed, or vague. You thought it was you. No. It's the weight of what they haven't said. Sometimes, they stare at you like they're memorizing your face, because they think the moment they speak, everything might end. They're preparing for the worst even while hoping for mercy. They love you, but love is not enough when truth is missing. You've been patient, loyal, present. Spirit sees your endurance. But now, Spirit is sending waves, subtle and strong, to finish what began in divine timing. There will be tears. Not just theirs, yours too. But tears are not a sign of destruction, they are signs of cleansing. This love isn't ordinary. If it were, none of this would matter. But because it is divine, it requires divine clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The confession may be about something from their past. It may involve a person, a place, or a decision that still bleeds inside them. But it will never erase what they feel for you now. Spirit doesn't expose to embarrass. It exposes to elevate. Your person will not be the same after the truth is spoken. They will be lighter. You will see a version of them you've never seen before, the raw, stripped-down version who only ever wanted to be loved as they are. Comment, I receive this, if you feel it. A door is opening, not just for clarity, but for destiny. You will finally know what's been lingering between the words, behind the glances, beneath the pauses. And from that knowing, something new can begin. Type Amen to get blessing 411. This next part of your story will be unlike anything you've known. Once the secret is released, your heart will be tested, but it will also be strengthened. What was once hidden will now be the very thing that allows truth to bloom. In the moment your person begins to open up, they will shake. Their eyes might fill with tears before a single word is spoken. Their soul knows the weight of this moment, and their heart knows the power you hold in your response. You may feel a strange stillness around you, almost as if time pauses. That is not your imagination. That is the universe recognizing the divine intersection of two destinies facing raw vulnerability. They won't be able to look you in the eye at first. That's not because they don't care, it's because they care too much. Guilt and shame have built a wall between what they want to say and what they're afraid to reveal. You are not just hearing their truth, you are witnessing a soul in surrender. You will be handed their heart in its most fragile form, and you will have the power to heal or to harm. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Archangel Michael says, choose wisely in that moment. Your higher self already knows what to do. Don't rush. Don't force yourself into immediate understanding. Just let your spirit listen first. Your mind can catch up later. Even if you feel hurt, Spirit asks that you stay grounded in grace. This is not about excusing pain, but about navigating through it without becoming it. You are not just being told a story. You are being handed a piece of the spiritual puzzle that unlocks a greater dimension in your connection. One where you both can finally rest without hiding anymore. Your person has been building toward this moment, even if they didn't know how. Every argument, every pause, every moment of confusion, it was all preparing the soil for this seed of honesty. And once the truth is spoken, a strange peace will descend. You'll feel it in your body. Your chest will loosen. Your soul will hum. The storm will pass, and the silence that follows will not be awkward, it will be holy. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. In that moment, the person you love will look different to you. Not because they have changed, but because you will finally be seeing all of them. The broken parts, the hidden pain, the silent hope they carried all along. This is what true love is made of. Not perfection, not performance, but presence, even in the face of imperfection. They've prepared for rejection. That's what their fear has told them to expect. But you have the power to surprise them with grace. Archangel Michael says, the realm of angels is already celebrating what is to come. This confrontation will not end in destruction, but in rebirth. Love that survives the truth is love that can never be shaken again. If you choose to stay after knowing everything, it will no longer be love based on assumption. It will be love forged in fire, unshakable, divine. Comment if your heart feels ready for a new chapter of truth. You are being upgraded spiritually, and so is your person. Their fear may have kept them paralyzed, but your love will give them wings. Type Amen to get blessing 828. You may cry after hearing it. That's okay. You may walk away for a moment to breathe. That's okay too. Spirit asks only one thing: respond from your spirit, not from your wound. Because your soul already knows the truth is not here to destroy, it's here to deliver. You are being shown that love isn't made only in light, but also in the brave walk through darkness together. Your person is not perfect, but neither are you called to be the judge. You are called to understand. Once this is spoken, the energy between you will shift. Your body might feel lighter. Your spirit will no longer carry the weight of wondering. The guessing game will be over, and in its place, something more powerful will rise: clarity. That clarity will allow you to decide what comes next. And no matter what you choose, you will walk in power. Because power comes from truth, and truth is now yours. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Even heaven had to wait for this moment. Because free will had to be honored. Your person had to choose truth on their own. That's why it's happening now. Because they finally surrendered. You'll feel the love in their voice, even if it shakes. You'll sense their desire to make things right. And you'll finally feel the alignment your spirit has been praying for. Don't let fear speak louder than destiny. You have walked a long road to arrive at this moment. Through pain, confusion, intuition, and patience. Your soul is ready. They might say things like, "I was afraid you wouldn't look at me the same," or, "I thought I could handle it alone." When they say this, know they are offering you the most vulnerable version of themselves. That's not weakness. That's sacred surrender. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. From this moment forward, your bond will either deepen or break open, and both are blessings in disguise. If it deepens, it will be stronger than before. If it breaks, it will make room for something divinely aligned to enter. This is not punishment. This is prophecy. The angels have guided both of you to this edge for a reason. And now, your only task is to walk through the fire of truth holding grace like a shield. Comment if you are ready to face everything and rise higher. Your person is not your enemy. Their silence was. And now that silence is being broken by Spirit's hand. A divine hush is falling over your connection. One that invites healing, hope, and holy restoration. You won't recognize the love that's about to rise from this moment, but it will be the most real love you've ever known. Type Amen to get blessing 1011. The next few days will be critical. Watch how your person moves around you. Their actions will become more intentional, more delicate, because they are trying to find the right moment, the safest breath, the perfect way to say what they've carried in silence for so long. There is no perfect way, only truth. And truth does not wait for comfort. It arrives when the soul can no longer carry its weight alone. That time is now. They may begin by touching your hand differently, by holding you longer, by speaking your name with softness. These are signs. They may not yet speak the full confession aloud, but the atmosphere around them will begin to change. The spiritual pressure will intensify until they can no longer hold it back. You may hear a sudden, "Can I tell you something?" and you will feel every timeline pause as your soul prepares to receive it. Their lips might tremble. Their eyes may fill with water. But the voice that finally speaks will carry the burden of years. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. Archangel Michael says, "Stay present when the words begin." You are not just hearing speech, you are witnessing sacred truth coming to the surface. It's not just a conversation, it's a release. They might confess something about their past, something that makes them feel unworthy of you. Perhaps they made a choice, kept a connection, or hid a pain that they didn't want to burden you with. But the moment they say it, their soul will finally breathe. Don't interrupt them. Let the silence hold you both. You might want to cry. Let yourself. You might feel heat rise in your chest. Let it pass through. You are not being tested to destroy. This is your spiritual graduation. What happens next depends on how your spirit responds. The divine already knows your strength. You are not here by accident. You were chosen to stand in this fire, and rise from it with wings. Type Amen to get blessing 606. If they ask, "Do you hate me now?" or "Do you still want me?" don't rush to answer. Your presence alone will already tell them everything. Let Spirit move through your silence. Let heaven speak where your words tremble. Even your stillness can be healing. You will feel the pain inside them breaking, cracking open, being pulled out like a thorn too long buried. Their relief will feel like wind brushing your face after a long storm. That's when you'll realize, they've been hurting every day they've kept this from you. This is not a performance. This is transformation. The angels will be surrounding the moment. You won't see them, but you'll feel the sudden calm that enters the room. That calm is confirmation. What was once hidden has been brought into the light. You did not come this far to be left with nothing. This truth was never the ending. It is your true beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 1441. This moment might feel heavy, but don't carry it as a burden. Carry it as a key, because after this, nothing will be unclear between you again. Your person's energy will shift. Their body will relax. Their voice may still crack, but the tremble will soften. Because when you didn't run, you healed something ancient in them. You made space for their shadow. And that is the rarest kind of love. You may need time. You may need air. Spirit says take it. You don't need to respond with perfection. Only honesty. Your ancestors will guide your words. You will say what your soul knows to be true. And even if you don't have the answer right away, your willingness to stay present will shift the path forward. Comment, truth heals everything. If this message reaches you, you are walking a divine corridor now, one where new beginnings are being born through the death of silence. Type Amen to get blessing 2002. The confession may feel like 1,000 bricks dropped at once. Or it may be small, but carry decades of pain inside it. Either way, You are meant to hear it, because it connects to your purpose. This is why your soul was drawn to this person. This is why you stayed when others would have left. This is why you felt what you felt in moments that made no logical sense. Because your connection is not just emotional, it is cosmic. You've met in another lifetime before. And now, in this one, truth was the portal needed to release the karmic chains. You are not here to punish each other, you are here to complete something ancient. And this confession is the key that unlocks it. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. You may wake up the next day feeling changed, lighter. Your dreams may carry strange symbols, doors opening, hands reaching, rivers parting. These are signs. Your soul is recalibrating to what it now knows. Your person will look at you differently, not with fear, but with reverence, because you did not abandon them at their most broken. You stood with them when their spirit was most exposed. That is divine strength. Archangel Michael says, this act of staying open will bring a blessing to your bloodline. A curse has been broken. What once replayed through generations will now stop with you. This is the spiritual reward of hearing the confession with love. You didn't come into this life to repeat pain. You came to rise from it, and lift others with you. This moment is part of that ascension. Type Amen to get blessing 303. From now on, your relationship will move differently. Trust will no longer be blind, it will be earned. But it will be real. And real trust is unshakable. Your person will begin to evolve. Slowly, surely, spiritually. Their gratitude will be unspoken but felt in every action. Every touch will carry the energy of reverence. Every word will be more mindful. Every plan will include you fully. Spirit has shaken their soul, and you were the divine reason why. You may not forget what was said, but you will transform through it. That transformation is already shifting the timelines of your life. What was stuck is now moving. What was distant is now drawing near. What was hidden is now yours to hold. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. The angels are closing this chapter with sacredness. Not because it's over, but because it's complete. You did what many cannot. You faced the truth, held the mirror, and stayed grounded in your divinity. From this point on, your connection will move faster. Opportunities will open. Paths will clear. Because love and truth attracts blessings that lies can never reach. Even your enemies will wonder how you survived that moment and still glowed. But you'll know, it was spirit. It was purpose. It was prophecy. Comment, this love is being restored, if your soul accepts this blessing. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Final seal of completion. You were never meant to be destroyed by the truth. You were meant to be delivered through it. This is your turning point. Their confession was not the end, it was your beginning. Your name is being whispered in rooms of miracles now. And your love is rising from sacred soil, watered by truth, protected by heaven, and lit by the angels who never left your side. It is done. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Let me know your next title or message theme. I'm ready.